Casey Nunez. Listen, I wanted to explain to you how I came to being on YouTube in the first place. At the end of this video, I want to provide you with some information that you can verify who I am and why I came here, okay? Because I realized the Psycho Hurricane character really appeared to be psycho. That's why I named him the Psycho Hurricane. Paul, that was a character. I've been involved in the community for a long time, trying to make a difference. And some time back, Paul, what happened was I discovered that an adult male was attempting to violate my child. I saw some very horrible content in her site, and it sparked an interest in me. I started working undercover, like you see on the Dateline thing. I would create accounts, make them think I was a young girl, and actually it was me they were talking to. I would record everything and then have these guys busted. The results of my work actually led to more than one news interview for TV. With one of my last investigations that I believe it featured some stuff in MySpace.com. It actually went national. And I started getting lots of calls from people telling me that I needed to check out this place, YouTube, and how basically handicapped, mentally ill, both elderly as well as children and everybody in between were really being attacked with these horrible videos. So that's why I came into YouTube, really to do an investigation. And that's what I found. I found a lot of horrible stuff being allowed by Google. One email I received, Paul, was like a 9-year-old kid with a feeding tube who was told that he received a video that told him basically, you're an effing retard and you should rip that tube out of your neck, you're better off dead. And this kid's daddy found the 9-year-old child crying in his bed at night with the daddy's gun in his lap, and he was going to commit suicide, even though the child was already dying, Paul. The heinous really made him feel that bad about himself. He wanted to die even though he was dying already. So for me, Paul, it really touched me in a major personal way. And I mean, I want to say this, Paul. I know you're not a pedophile, and I think it's horrible when I look at some of the comments people leave you. I don't think it's right. It's wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right. Never have, never will. So, Paul, basically, I came on here, you know, with good intentions and trying to see what was really going on. And yes, at some point in time, I was going to go public with my findings with my local media because they always cover my stuff. I've also done other works, not just online. I've worked many areas of my community, Paul, and I can prove this to you if you would just give me the chance. And that's all I'm asking. Let me turn off, well, I can go. The air conditioning just came on. It's making a little noise. Basically, Paul, when I received a phone call from somebody telling me they were going to kidnap, they were planning on kidnapping your wife. Now, it didn't have to be your wife, Paul. If this would happen to anybody, you know, if I would have gotten this information on even, for example, Hellion Exciter's family or Hellion, I would have done the right thing and tried to warn Hellion or anybody else about this call. So I immediately called the feds, and then I did a Google search, and I tried to locate you, Paul. I wasn't trying to call your wife. I just wanted to let you guys know the nature of the call, Renato. So basically, yes, I am here doing an investigation. That's why I came in the first place. Yeah, I've recorded everything, and Paul, I'm not going after you, but you've got to understand something. When your wife called me, and I would like to share the whole tape with you, because you are her husband, and I'd like for you to hear the whole tape. And you will understand, at no time did I ever ask her for information. And I spoke a little more than I should have, because if I would have just stopped and listened, she had a lot to say, Paul. And I did too. And I want you to know, Renato, I'm not out to get you. Right now, what I've got, I'm telling you, you know, all jokes aside, I believe I've got a serious case here. And it goes beyond just the YouTube thing, Paul. I've had many people call me with information. I'm not out to get you. Here's what I want to do, Renato. In all fairness, if I can prove to you that I'm here legitimately, I'm asking this. Would you simply go on the record and say, look, I've checked this guy out, he is legit, and it was a big misunderstanding. That's what it is, Paul. It's a big misunderstanding. I did what I knew, and I know to be the right thing. I tried to warn your family and you about some really psycho guy calling me, telling me he's going to kidnap you because of this TurboTax inheritance or whatever. Paul, I'm not out to get you. I honestly think that you're a good person, but I do believe YouTube is... Paul, I know the internet can grab people really quick, and that's not something to be ashamed of. I said it before, Paul, and I believe to this day that a person such as yourself could literally do so much good for so many people in YouTube, and I believe that your fan base would grow. If anything, it would grow, Paul. I don't think you're a bad person. I do see what's going on, and I would love to share this tape with you. I'll mail you a copy. I want to mail you a list of my contacts. I will include law enforcement, high-ranking law enforcement people. I will include judges' phone numbers where you're going to call and you're going to get a court answering, and you can verify who you're calling. And I will get local media who know my record, Paul, to tell you, yes, Casey Nunez is a genuinely good guy who came here on a mission. I don't want to hurt you, Paul. I don't want to hurt anybody here, man. But after the tape, you know, you've got to look at it as a whole now, okay? Once your video was released where you really kind of made me look stupid, and I can't blame you, Paul, because you know what? You don't know who I am. You only know me by the crazy videos I did, so I don't blame you. I would be skeptical too. But Paul, once you've been able to verify who I am and what I do in the community,